Hey there everyone, my name is Gandalin, and welcome to another World of Warcraft guide. Today I'll be continuing my BlizzCon 2017 coverage with an in-depth look at the new Heart of Azeroth character progression feature coming in Battle for Azeroth. Make sure you check out the playlist for my BlizzCon coverage, and subscribe to see when new videos are posted. Alright, so in Battle for Azeroth, it's all-out war between Horde and Alliance, but that's not the only problem we have to face. The aftermath of the war with the Legion has left Azeroth wounded and in desperate need of help. Her speaker, Magni Bronzebeard, called out to the faction leaders for aid, but his pleas fell on deaf ears, so he's turning to us instead. Early in the expansion, we'll meet with Magni to commune with Azeroth herself. He will then gift us with the Heart of Azeroth, an artifact-quality neck piece that we will carry with us throughout the expansion. The Heart of Azeroth is an evolution of the artifact system from Legion, but with some significant differences. Similar to artifact power from Legion, we will be collecting a resource called Azerite to power up our amulets. Azerite is the life essence of our planet seeping to the surface and crystallizing. It is incredibly powerful and will be found in many places, including world quests, dungeons, raids, and island expeditions, a new kind of content focused exclusively on obtaining Azerite. Unlike our artifact weapons, there will be no Azerite items that go into our bags. Instead, the amulet will automatically absorb nearby sources, and once it gets enough, it will level up. You only have one amulet for all your specs, so you don't have to choose between powering up your main spec or your off spec. Now, one of the things Blizzard didn't like about the artifact system in Legion was that it didn't give you meaningful choices throughout the expansion. For the first month or so, we had lots of choices to make about which traits we would activate on our artifacts. But after that, we just poured artifact power into the Paragon trait and later into Concordance. So here's their new plan in Battle for Azeroth. The Heart of Azeroth does not have any traits associated with it. Instead, it will serve as the source of power to unlock traits on select pieces of gear. Currently, they plan on having helms, shoulders, and chests be Azerite Armor. As the heart levels up, you'll unlock each of the 3 rings on a piece of equipment. You'll be able to choose one trait from each ring, which will then be locked into place at the top. The outermost ring unlocks first, with 4 choices available. The middle ring is second, with 3 options, and the inner ring is last, with a choice between 2 traits. The traits on each ring will always fall in the same vein, meaning that offensive traits will always be on the same ring, and utility traits will always be on the same ring. This makes every single choice meaningful and important. There's also no RNG in this system. The same piece of gear will always have the same layout of traits. The only difference is that the higher eye-level version of an item will have stronger versions of the traits, so you'll always want to go for the highest version available. Blizz even said that you'll be able to see the traits on a piece of gear in the dungeon journal. Another great thing about these Azerite armor pieces is that they cannot Warforge or Titanforge, so you don't have to run things over and over trying to get Titan-forged versions of your Azerite pieces. The highest difficulty level will always award the best version of that piece. Now, this only applies to Azerite armor. Other pieces can still Titan-forge, but Blizz is going to be adjusting the rate at which they do. So as you can see, this system will offer meaningful choices throughout the expansion as we continue to get better gear. Higher eye-level pieces will require the Heart of Azeroth to be at a higher level to unlock the 3 rings, so you'll want to keep getting more Azerite as the expansion goes on. I really like this new system, and it seems like Blizz has come up with great solutions to the flaws of the Legion artifacts. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Heart of Azeroth. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts. And that's it for this video. If you found this guide helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or if there's something you want me to cover. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Gandalin1306, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can see all my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.